In this video, I wanted to show you how to move layers in Aseprite. So we have layer 1, which we're on. If you look, my mouse is in the lower left-hand corner area. We have layer 1, we have layer 2, which is currently hidden, and we have layer 3. So I'm just going to show two layers. Layer 2, I drew the number 2 in blue compared to number 1. So if you're looking at the layer, you have to make sure, like, you click on where it says layer, and we just selected layer 2, okay? Then if you move the mouse to just slightly above it, just where that border is, you could then grab it and you could drag it wherever you want to below. But you have to be aware that you need to just select that one layer thing, because I'm going to move this back real quick. Oops. So I put it back, but the thing is, if you end up selecting, say, if you select both those layers and you decide to do the same thing, you'll move them both under that layer 1. So to touch upon one last thing, it would be the order of the layers, because what's on top will be shown first. I mean, as long as they're all visible. But yeah, the layer, like in a hierarchy, the highest on the layer will appear above other layers. Because on layer 1, I have a black number 1 drawn. On layer 2, I have a blue number 2. And when I show it, the black number 1's pixels are appearing above the blue number 2's pixels. And if we look at layer 3, which I made a red number 3, if we make that visible, it's hard to see here, but it's behind the blue number 2 and behind the number 1. So it's easier to see if I just hide the first layer. But yeah, that's the order when it comes to it all. So yeah, one more time, it's important that it's hard to see if you're using a stylus, but look in the lower left-hand corner. You'll see that the mouse icon kind of has that, it's like a mouse pointer and a move icon. That's the icon that lets you, when you're just hovered on that upper border, that lets you drag it to move the layer. And yeah, I know it's a bit bizarre, because normally it looks like that, and it's even harder when you're using a tablet that you directly draw on, because you really can't see it unless you're using a computer mouse instead. Yeah, it's hard to see the differences between the cursors when you're using a touch stylus like myself. So I hope this does help you out to explain how to move those layers. I originally referred to the documentation in Aseprite for this, and I really wish I could pause this, because it's an animation. The animation goes a little bit too fast. I mean, it's kind of weird. I read the instructions multiple times, but I still had to really think how to do it. But yeah, do know that the full documentation is here, but for the most part, I hope this does help explain. I guess the only other tip that I would give is that if you are working with like many layers, I believe if you add more, it will eventually like scroll down, but you can move it so your layer bar is on the left side. So that can kind of help from a hierarchy point of view. It can help understanding like the stacking of the layers when it goes like that, but do note that if you add animation frames instead going to right, they'll extend out horizontally. So it's kind of a bit of a trade-off, but it's good. I really like the program overall. But yeah, I hope this video helps you. If you do have a question, please ask in the comments. But yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.